Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. I had no plans whatsoever to make a video about the Raspberry Pi in my setup. I'm not a Raspberry Pi expert, I'm not a coder or an electrical engineer. If you watched my home network setup video, and I recommend going back to that for the full context, then you will know that I only purchased the Pi as a replacement for the web interface when I changed my NAS from a QNAP, which did have an HDMI output, to the Synology, which does not have any direct video output. However, the Pi has been driving me crazy, and when I discovered what the problem was, I thought I would share it with you. When the Foundation released their own Power over Ethernet hat for the Raspberry Pi, I was delighted, as one of the main reasons I had been put off by the Pi was the thought of the extra cable clutter, so their own POE hat seemed like the ideal solution. The small package comes with all the screws you would need and also some standoffs to space the hat from the main board. The hat itself appeared to be of the same quality as the Pi, and the integral cooling fan seems like a sensible addition. So here is the hat fitted onto the Pi. Note that if you want to use the official case, then you can't actually attach the screws to the bottom of the standoffs. And here is the Pi in situ in the rack. With the exception of the standoff screws, it actually fits quite nicely in the official case. I'll start by showing the boot sequence. Although the clues to the problem were already being flagged up during boot, I didn't actually realise this until much later. You can see clearly the overcurrent charge warning appearing here several times. It wasn't until I did more reading that I discovered the consequences of that. So what exactly is the problem? I noticed that even during simple tasks, such as opening Terminal and maybe Chromium, that the keyboard and mouse would freeze for considerably long periods. The Pi didn't look like it was being overtaxed, so I just assumed that this was normal and, to be honest, not very impressive behaviour. But then I noticed a small lightning bolt icon appearing in the top right of the monitor. You can hear my finger here swiping on the trackpad, but the mouse is completely frozen. It would eventually recover and continue, but the lightning bolt kept coming back. I also noticed the fan kept spinning off and on, and the Pi was getting really hot. The Foundation website explains that the lightning bolt is an undervoltage warning, which I might have expected from a cheap and nasty power supply, not from a power supply sold by the Foundation themselves. I read one suggestion that a firmware update might help, but you can see here I already have the latest firmware. It wasn't until I discovered this article in the Register, and I will copy a link below, that I discovered what was going on. Now the article talks about power-hungry USB devices, but the only device I have ever connected is the Logitech K400 wireless keyboard, which probably draws more current than a cabled keyboard, but if the Pi can't cope with one wireless keyboard, then there isn't much hope for it. I've been in contact with the supplier and they are offering a refund, but I think it's pretty poor show that there is no mention of this manufacturing flaw on the Foundation website, other than a difficult to find and long thread in the forums. I've also noticed that the POE hat is no longer available to purchase at the moment. So for now, my Pi will be gathering dust until they can offer a working replacement. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.